Good morning. Getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Time to show and prove, show you what I've been doing. They saying fools rush in, but I'm passion to know you why you thinking that I'm asking. I like to get it popping, cause my sound is supersonic. I done came so far, and it's early. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in this just another day in the Golden State. Oh my goodness, how you doing, Southern Delight? How you doing? Yes, good morning, Maureen. We are once again back. We're on the backup. You know what that means. If I want to make it to the top, I gotta study clues. Or I can sit back and just watch the news. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I was born to be a winner. You can never stop me. A little bit of an abbreviated show today, alright? Because I got things to do. Lynn, good morning. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. Good morning, Melanie Free, David Gray, yes please. You know what we're here to do, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, thank you so much. Let's go. There's no competition, there's no excuses for opposition. Hey. One thing's for certain, I'm motivated to be in the kitchen. I gotta listen if I wanna make a difference. Hey. What I'm doing can be lost in an instant. Now I'm making a living, so why the heck are they tripping? Is it because I'm the one that they see in their visions? I got a million different ways I can hit with precision. I know I'm gifted because the way that I speak. We don't got all morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Tara. All right. We're making it work, right? You can never top me. I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me. Don't try to photocopy, you could never top me. Hey Jason, are you okay, buddy? You could never stop me. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. When you play the game, man, you better know. I got a Georgia voice, I got a California voice, I got an Ohio voice. I got a lot of different voices, but thanks for asking, Jason. Does it matter? Good morning, Glenn, how are you doing? Hey Jason, you know, you might learn something if you just listen for once, alright? Seriously. Yeah. Break it down now. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Break it down now. Alright. Yeah. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. It's me, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Wow. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Heaven. How are you doing, brother? Ladies and gentlemen, you know how it is. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Hey, you know what we're here to do? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's me, Mr. Cross, aka. Good morning, Carrie. How are you doing? Wow, we got over 100 people. That's pretty impressive, alright? Good morning, Brother Swerve. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I am your host. I'm your pilot. And you know exactly why we are here. Yes, once again, we are on the back up until 9/11. What an interesting day, all right? But, you know, it doesn't even matter. We're still going to deliver the same level of truth out here on TikTok, all right? So before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items, all right? Charlotte, good morning. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. The second H is because I'm humble. I'm the most humble person on social media. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. I am. That is our Madam First President, right? Now, many of you know what we are here to do, all right? What we are here to do is to hold our friends on the right, especially their cult leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, all right? And so believe you me, we cannot be kind as much as we like to be kind anymore because we are, 60 days out from the election. And boy, oh boy, are we starting to find out what they're really up to. Because we already know Donald Trump is losing in the polls. we already know his campaign is running on fumes, right? His crowd sizes are dwindling. His support is dwindling. His engagement on social media it's dwindling, right? And so when you're not winning, a lot of times people resort to cheating and committing crimes, right? And so what we got to do is call that out so that by the time you go and vote, all right, or if you're in these conversations out there in real time with your families, your friends, and they start to repeat some of this misinformation and disinformation, you get the opportunity to combat it. All right. So that's what this show is now about. I mean, I used to, and you all know me, I used to bring the headlines up and then I would read it out there. And so you could all fact check it and go look it up yourself. But you can still do that. But where we're at right now is we got to talk to these folks in real time. And when I say these folks, you know what I call them. I call them MAGA demons, right? And so if you are someone that's going to vote for Donald Trump, I just want you to know you are possessed with the MAGA demon, all right? And I will do everything I can that's allowable on this app to make sure that MAGA demon is cast out, all right? And it's a bit of it's dangerous work. It's dangerous work what I do, right, ladies and gentlemen? Because sometimes you get these people in here and they fight you, right? They fight. Oh, I don't want the MAGA demon to leave me, Zeus. But we're gonna get it out, all right? So listen up. Do we have any Trump supporters out there in the chat? Put a 1, please. If there are any Trump supporters in the chat, please put a 1 in the chat, just so I could get an idea of who I'm talking to this morning. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're one of these folks that are still going to vote for Donald Trump. All right, because I got to make sure do I see any Trump supporters out here? I don't see any. Wow. So this is just all a bunch of nice people this morning. Oh, I see one. All right. Catman. I see Catman in the chat. Any more Trump supporters? Yes, Cassius. The lake of fire does await these MAGA demons. All right. So listen up. If you are a Trump supporter, you might want to leave this live because it's going to get very, very uncomfortable for you, right? Because like I said, I'm going to bring a lot of truth. All right. So leave before I ruin your breakfast, all right? Leave before I ruin, if it's lunchtime, wherever you're at, leave. Because like I said, it's going to get uncomfortable. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All righty then, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, we got a couple of things to go over. And then, obviously, if necessary, I will take some guests, hopefully, that can come up and put a little more meat on the bones. And take Zeus with you. I paid $8 to get this Wi-Fi on the plane and listen to you, Zeus. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Queen Flea a round of applause and put a W's in the chat for Queen Flea. She's on the airplane and she is listening to this broadcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's been a lot of talk and speculation about what exactly is Kamala Harris going to do, especially when it comes to the economy, right? And so yesterday was a very important day in American history. Kamala Harris, she took her campaign to the wonderful state of New Hampshire. And while she was there, she took time out to, number one, acknowledge the pew pew violence that took place in the beautiful state of Georgia. All right. And speaking of the pew pew violence in the state of Georgia, I just want to say my condolences do really go out to the victims. Seriously. But Kamala said something in that speech yesterday. She said it doesn't have to be this way, right? And I sincerely agree with Kamala. It doesn't have to be this way. I believe the biggest issue right now in this country is we got a lot of young men out there, maybe even older men, who do not know how to deal with their anger issues, and they turn to these disgusting ways of dealing with it. These folks need to get some serious help, and I don't believe putting a person like Donald Trump in the White House will help this situation at all. You need somebody like Kamala Harris, all right? But in addition to that, Kamala did decide to share her economic plan with the American people. So we're going to go and put this on the record. And I'm going to put it in the record because I don't want to hear a Trump supporter say they don't know what Kamala's going to do with the economy. She's talking about an opportunity economy so that everyday Americans have the chance to get ahead and start building generational wealth. Isn't that a great thing? We want to start building generational wealth.
And I've met so many entrepreneurs across the country who take the incredible leap of faith that is required to start a small business. Folks who put their life savings on the line and work through the weekends and holidays because they aren't just building a business, they're pursuing a dream. They're building a better future for their employees and for the people they love in their communities.
Real president.
And by extension, they're building a stronger middle class and a stronger America for us all. And so all of this is why, as president, one of my highest priorities will be to strengthen America's small businesses. And here,
does anybody in the chat have a problem with Kamala Harris trying to strengthen America's small businesses? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it. I think these are solutions that are long overdue, and we need to start working on it now. Oh, wait a second. No. Okay, so maybe you didn't hear. Let's listen to the rest of what she said.
I'm in New Hampshire to announce a few elements of my plan to do that.
Now here she goes. There she goes.
So first, we're going to help more small businesses and innovators get off the ground, okay? Now, I'm setting what some, I'm sure, are going to call a very ambitious goal, but you know what? I think we should admire ambition in each other.
That's right. That's right.
So I want to see 25 million new small business applications by the end of my first term.
25 million?
And to help achieve this, we will lower the cost of starting a new business.
What?
So here's the thing. On average, it costs about $40,000 to start a new business in America.
40,000?
That is a great financial barrier for a lot of folks, and it can hold entrepreneurs back. And the current tax deduction for a startup is just $5,000. Okay? So then you got to make up the delta there. Got to figure out how you're going to do that. Not everyone has access to that kind of wealth and capital.
And she's right.
So, part of my plan is we will expand the tax deduction for startups to $50,000.
Wow! That helps everyday Americans, right?
It's essentially a tax cut for starting a small business. Second, my plan will help existing small businesses grow. We will provide low and no interest loans to small businesses that want to expand, and we will, this is very important, cut the red tape that can make starting and growing a small business more difficult than it needs to be. More difficult than it needs to be.
That's right. Let's go. Ray, you have a problem?
We will make it cheaper and easier for small businesses to file their taxes. Similar to how individuals can take a standard deduction. You know, I said to my team, kind of like, now I'm going to date myself again.
Thank you for the subscription.
But kind of like, you remember the 1040 EZ? Like that kind of idea, right? Like, let's just take away some of the bureaucracy in the process to make it easier for people to actually do something that's going to benefit our entire economy.
Straight facts.
Third,
we got 3 hearts.
Third, my plan will invest in small businesses and innovators throughout America. And here's why. We know that talent exists everywhere in our country, from rural towns to city centers.
Seriously.
But not everyone has access to the financing, to venture capital, or expert advice. It's not that they don't have the skills. It's not that they don't have the work ethic.
Right.
It's access to these resources. So under my plan, we will expand access to venture capital. We will support innovation hubs and business incubators. And we will increase federal contracts small businesses.
Wow.
And we
Wow.
will have a particular focus on small businesses in rural communities, like right here in New Hampshire.
Wow. Can't say she's not trying to do anything to help you. You can't.
Finally, my plan will make our tax code more fair while also prioritizing investment and innovation. So let us be clear. Billionaires and big corporations must pay their fair share in taxes.
That's right. Thank you, Kamala
But
Harris.
here's the thing. It's just not right that those who can most afford it are often paying a lower tax rate than our teachers and our nurses and our firefighters. It's
Amen.
not right.
You hear this?
It's
All
just
you
not right.
crybabies? Seriously, listen
So
up.
that's why I support a billionaire minimum tax and corporations paying their fair share.
Thank you, Kamala Harris.
And while we ensure that the wealthy and big corporations
Right.
pay their fair share,
Right.
we will tax capital gains at a rate that rewards investment in America's innovators, founders, and small businesses.
Amen.
So here's the detail. If you earn $1 million a year or more, the tax rate on your long-term capital gains will be 28% under my plan, because we know when the government encourages investment, it leads to broad-based economic growth and it creates jobs, which makes our economy stronger.
Let's go.
Now compare that to what Donald Trump plans.
Yeah. Oh, here she goes. Get Trump, Kamala.
He intends to cut off federal programs that give loans to small businesses.
Wow.
He plans to give billionaires massive tax cuts
Wow.
and to cut corporate taxes by over $1 trillion, even as they pull in record profits. His plans will add more than $5 trillion to the national debt,
Wow.
and that is on top of the $2 trillion tax cut he gave them when he was president and when he exploded the deficit.
Wow.
We know how to count. We know how to count. And now he also wants to impose what in effect is a national sales tax on everyday products and basic necessities, which will skyrocket the cost for families and small businesses.
Wow.
And New Hampshire, on top of all of this,
Get him, Kamala.
if Donald Trump were to win in November, he intends to end the Affordable Care Act.
Wow. So he doesn't even
Which
care.
would significantly increase costs on small businesses, as we know.
This is sick.
And, well, you know what? The courts are going to handle that, and we will handle November.
Let's go. Let's go. Now see, thank you, Kamala Harris. Thank you, Kamala Harris, for putting out an economic plan that helps everyday Americans. All right? So you just heard what Kamala Harris has to offer the American people, and it seems to me like this is great for the economy. For those of you out there who say you're not making enough money, here's your chance. You can start a business now and set your own price, right? So what's the issue now, MAGA? I mean, do you not understand this is what leadership in the United States of America looks like? You know, all you want to do, and I saw the comment, whoever pinned it up there, thank you. Why do you guys continue to try to insult Kamala Harris? Why make fun of her name? Why say things about, she was on her? I mean, this woman is an accomplished woman. She's done more for the United States of America than Donald Trump by far. All right? So please keep the insults. All right, MAGA? Please keep the insults to yourself. You're speaking about a woman and a woman of color. All right? I know all of you go around and you just repeat what Donald Trump says. But Donald Trump is not a great example. He's not a great role model. All right? Did you see him yesterday? Did any of you see Donald Trump yesterday on, you know where Donald Trump goes when he is losing, right? He goes to that one place. Not Truth Social. What's it called? Where does Donald Trump go when he's losing and he's crying and he needs America to be his, therapy session? Where does he go? Does anyone know where Donald Trump goes when he needs therapy? Not Truth Social, because Truth Social is down. It's going down. Fox News, that's right. That's where he goes. So I just want to make sure you all know this. Donald Trump likes to act like while he was president, the world was a safer place. Does anyone still believe that when Donald Trump says the world was a safer place, does anyone still believe that a world was a safer place under Donald Trump? Put a 1 in the chat if you do. I just want to see who's still delusional out there. It's true. All right, Aaron, come on up. Aaron, is that? Oh, Sean, let's go to you. Sean M.N. All right, could you come in the box? I got a couple of things to talk to you about. You felt safer under Donald Trump? I just got a couple of things to ask you. Sean, come on up here. Because I got what we call 54 cases of things that took place under Donald Trump's presidency that weren't quite so safe if you ask Zeus. So I want to know if any of you Trump supporters are willing to come up here and have a conversation about these 54 things that took place. All right, we'll start off in August of 2015 in Boston. This guy and his brother, they did some nasty things to a person of Latin descent with the metal pole. All right, Donald Trump was right. All these need to be deported. The victim, however, was not in the United States illegally. So we had people that support Donald Trump going around terrorizing Americans in the United States. This was in 2015. There's other incidences that took place. All right. What else do we need to talk about? Let's see. Hold on. All right. We have other incidences that took place. How many of you are familiar with the what do you call it? In 2017, do you remember the mass pewing in Las Vegas? Do you all remember that? Aaron, you want to talk to Zeus? Come on up here, Aaron. It don't matter. Come on up here, Aaron. Come on up here. All right. Aaron, are you there? Aaron, when you say it was safe, are you saying it was safe for you? Aaron, I'm just a little concerned, Aaron, because we got a lot of things that happened while Donald Trump was president. And none of you Trump supporters seem to want to be able to come up here and discuss it. So Donald Trump goes to Sean Hannity. I don't need you to come up here, Aaron, because you know what you're going to do. I already know. You're just going to get up here and start lying. And I don't really want to entertain that. You guys just get up here and you spread misinformation and disinformation, all right? So Donald Trump goes on to Sean Hannity yesterday. Let's take a listen to what this crybaby was saying.
Alien. President Trump is back with us. What is your reaction to that? Because who attacked us on 9/11 and who's crossing our border?
So she wants to be politically correct, and we can't be politically correct anymore. Look, we have October 7th. People saw it. We have things going on in the world right now with Israel and with the Middle East is blowing up. It's blowing up. We have Ukraine and Russia. That would never happen. That would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened. If I were the president, it would have never happened, and everybody knew it. Iran was broke. They didn't have the money for Hamas and for Hezbollah. They didn't have the money for anybody. They wanted to get by. And
Does anybody believe this guy? Because what they're saying is, and this, you don't hold me. Listen, they're saying Donald Trump is actually showing signs of dementia. And that he might not be lying. This is just his dementia kicking in. So I caution all listeners listening to this. These things Donald Trump is saying, they are not true. They're not true at all. Is he lying or not? There's different schools of thought. I believe he's lying. But I also believe because he is 78 years old and dementia runs in his family, that in his mind, he is tapping into a stream of consciousness, which just happens to be lies. So I just want to make sure you are all aware as I play this, because, I don't really like Donald Trump's voice. If you ask me, I don't like this guy's voice. It really is disturbing to listen to this man talk. But for the sake of this conversation, we have to actually let it get out here so that the American people can know who they're voting for. All right, so let's finish this up. My apologies. All right, hold on. I just accidentally skipped ahead. Hold on. Okay, I think this is it. Right, I think this is it right here. There we go. There we go. All right, here we go. Hold on one quick second. Jesus Christ. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Please bear with me. Hold on. Sometimes, I get a little excited and what was that? All right. All right, hold on. There we go. Let's see. Jesus Christ. Don't put Trump 2024.
There are 3 simple changes I tell all of my.
Hold on, we got to pay the bills.
Number 1, you have to start.
Who's sending me a guest request? I see somebody.
Believe how dehydrated.
Okay. Let me take care. While the news is playing, hold on. Let me take the trash out. All right.
Kamala Harris.
Israel.
Yeah. You keep
Zeus,
searching.
stop.
You
Zeus.
keep searching for answers.
Hush up. Stop lying. You got your other account taken down for lying. Stop spreading misinformation. That's why you're on your backup account.
Right. What else? Here's the thing, Mr. Trash Bait.
Yeah.
You've been wrong.
Trump is telling the truth.
You sound like you just woke up and maybe you were were you raging last night? What's going on?
No,
You come
man.
you come onto my show and clearly you're panicking.
No,
Kamala Harris is out fundraising Donald Trump, right?
No, that doesn't
You
matter.
heard the information about Goldman Sachs.
That doesn't matter.
You
None of
hear
Trump
all the
doesn't
news.
point
Did you
to-
hear DOJ yesterday actually indicted some 2 Russian operatives? And it
that-
turns out,
a
clickbait.
lie.
No.
That's a lie.
The indictment is
lie.
real. The indictment is real. So let's be honest.
Misinformation.
You have, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I know this MAGA demon. All right, and to be quite honest, he's being well behaved. Normally, he's not well behaved.
Zeus,
But
it's misinformation, my man.
the indictment was fake.
You're spreading lies again.
Do you think the indictment was fake?
Yes, I do.
Well, do you have a computer next to you?
No,
Oh, so you don't have any way of verifying anything, right?
you don't either.
So all I can say to you is this: you should really practice doing better. All right, and prepare for a major loss.
You need to practice doing better. That's why you lost your account for a week.
That doesn't bother me.
Yes, it does.
No, it
You were
doesn't.
crying about it. You were
No.
crying about it next Tina's live yesterday.
I was just having fun.
No, you were crying about it.
Do you think I care? No.
Yes.
I think
Yes,
you care because you miss Zeus. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You know what? This is a MAGA demon. Any last words before I toss you into the lake of fire? I mean, I was hoping you would at least come in here and do better than Snuggles. Snuggles at least comes a little more prepared. He has his lies all, written down and ready to go. You don't have anything.
Trump
You don't want to
told the
address. You don't want to address
Trump
those
told the-
people. Those
address
people who
what?
were indicted yesterday, and it turns out all your information is coming from Vladimir Putin. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah,
And you got a
Putin.
nasty name on TikTok. You should be sent straight to hell,
Right.
to be quite honest.
Putin 2028.
Oh, see, ladies and gentlemen, and that right there is why we have to take care of business. Ladies and gentlemen, we exposed another MAGA demon to be working for, guess who? Vladimir Putin. You can't do anything else once they confess like that, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we got to do. Let's go ahead and turn up the temperature on the lake of fire. Mr. Trash Bait, all right? I'm not going to call you the name that you got on your account because you're not really qualified to have that. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending him straight to the pits of hell by giving him a huge round of, you guessed it, booze and shame. Goodbye.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Hey, just to be quite honest, I'm very ambidextrous, all right? If one account goes down, it's not something I like, but you know what? We'll move it over to another one, and we'll just continue to do the wonderful work that we've been doing. And that's getting the truth out here, all right? So listen up. If you are a Trump supporter, all right, you might want to pay attention to what I just did to one of your little friends out here. Sent them to the lake of fire. Don't send Zeus a guest request if you don't want to get dealt with, all right? And if you have a problem with the way that I run in this show, it's like I said at the top of the show.
Not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
A lot of you do.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Right.
Come back if you want. Don't
Tell 'em,
come back.
PA.
It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right, so let's get back to what I was talking about.
And with the Middle East is blowing up, it's blowing up. We have Ukraine and
Thank you.
Russia. That would never happen. That would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened.
And these
If
are all
I were
lies.
the president, it would have never happened, and everybody knew it. Iran was broke. They didn't have the money for Hamas and for Hezbollah. They didn't have the money for anybody. They wanted to get by. And we would have made a fair deal with them. I was only looking to make a fair deal with them. But you know, I wanted to say it so much during my term. We went 4 years without any blow-ups. We had no World Trade Center blow-up. We had
You know what bothers me is when Donald Trump tries to put out this narrative that for 4 years there was no problem. It's almost as if he's trying to act like that last year while he was in office just didn't exist. We all know he mismanaged the pandemic. Americans lost their life here in this country. So that's on him. Blood is on his hands. And then he wrapped it all up by engaging in what I would like to refer to as a domestic terrorist attack on here, right here in America on January 6th. Anyone that believes Donald Trump's lies that there was peace, you're out, you're out to lunch. Seriously, don't believe this guy.
radical Islamic terror. We had no radical Islamic terror. Because we were very tough at the borders and we were very tough with our statements and we had the whole world was a safe place. That was the question they asked Viktor Orban, who's really considered a very strong, they said he's a strong man. Sometimes you need a strong man. He's a strong man. He's the prime minister of Hungary. And he said, you bring back Trump, everybody, now I'm not saying it, but he said it because I'd rather say respect. But he said, everybody was afraid of Trump. You bring him back, you're not going to have any problems. It's all going to go away. The world is blowing up.
I just want to make sure you all know I'm not saying what Donald Trump is saying is accurate. I'm just showing you the difference between a real leader, Kamala Harris, and somebody that's an imposter, somebody that's a fraudster, somebody that only knows how to commit crimes and lie. I don't know what the heck Donald Trump is talking about. Does anybody know? Does anyone else know what Donald Trump is talking about? I've actually given up. I've actually given up. All right. I've actually given up on Donald Trump. I can't join the live because I'm at work. Okay, Landon. Well, here, do me a favor, Landon. All right. If I randomly select you to get in the box because of a remark you made in the comment section and you're unable to get in the box, then what I'll ask is if there's some moderators in here to just put them in a straight jacket for a few minutes, up to 5 minutes, all right? Because I don't like it when Trump supporters, I'm telling the truth and then they put something in the chat to distract people who are actually listening and paying attention, all right? So let that be something we all understand. If I randomly select you because of your outbursts, and you then decline, I am going to ask the moderators, or I might do it myself. I'll just say put them in a straitjacket. All right, so let's see. We have another one up here. Let's see. Finn Diesel. I'll give you a good example. There's a person named Finn Diesel in the chat. Said, Zeus, you lie all the time. I selected Finn Diesel. All right, and I don't believe Finn Diesel is going to get into the box. So if Finn Diesel makes another comment and it's a lie, I'm giving my moderators permission, carte blanche, to do whatever they need to do. All right, seriously. And you will need, okay, let me see, Naldine. Come on up here, Naldine. Come on up here. Food stamps, huh? Oh, okay, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this. Yeah, I believe a lot of these people are jealous of Zeus. I do. All right, Kamala for president. Yes. Okay, now listen, and I'll try to be nice because some people say, Zeus, you beat these people up so bad. Zeus, go back to being kind to these folks. So I'll try to be a little nicer. All right. Naldine, is that how you say your name?
Yeah, that's my nickname from being a kid. I'm a 64-year-old man.
All right. Are you in the United States?
I am a United States citizen by birth, and yes, I am in Florida.
Okay. All right. So you're in a red state. And so you're a little biased. I get it.
No, no, no. This is not a red state or a blue state.
What is
I am
it?
in the United States.
Okay. Uh,
I'm
okay.
an
Let's just.
independent, by the way.
Okay. Are you voting for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Why?
Between the two evils, I go
Well,
with the one that I know.
now that's different. You know, most people say, I'm going for the lesser of two evils. But you said, this is the evil you know. That says a lot.
Well, let me put it this way, Susie.
That
And,
do
and
you
I,
think that? Can I tell
I,
you what that means to
go
me?
ahead. Huh?
Can I tell you what that meant to me?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That tells me you relate to Donald Trump and his corrupt behavior and his evil ways. You relate to him because that's kind of how you are as a person. Did I interpret that right?
No, you don't.
Okay, what does it mean?
What I mean is, I know Donald Trump from past, or when he was in the administration back on 2016, 2020.
Okay.
Right?
I do too. I was
By
there.
all means, and by all means, I do not blame Biden or the Biden-Harris administration for what has occurred after the pandemic.
Got
I
it.
I'm and people, this is what Republicans have to understand, and that's why I'm independent. Republicans have to understand you do not have control over a mother nature event.
They say a lot of the folks that you are voting with believe it was something the Democrats did to get Donald Trump out. So you want to go ahead and tell them that the Democrats didn't do that?
No, the Democrats didn't do it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be as honest and open with you, Suze. I have been in other platforms from TikTok where I do hate the moderators. There's a guy from Colorado that I cannot stand. I've been in your platform, I think it's twice, and believe me, at my age, I'm kind of sarcastic, and this come because of 25 years that I was in the armed forces, retired,
Okay.
and by all means, this guy insulted me, saying I am
Who?
not a patriot. Huh? No,
Who?
not you, not you, not you, not you.
But okay, so we got a
This
lot
guy,
because I have people in here who have also served. My father has also served. So thank you for your service. All right. But I have to work on this with you. All right. I'm concerned. All right. I'm really concerned that somewhere along the way, while you were serving our country, you may have lost focus in terms of, what your duty and what your oath was. I mean, I get it. You're no longer in the
oh,
service, right? But wouldn't
believe
you,
me,
wouldn't you,
I am a third generation of armed forces, and my son is actively now in the armed forces.
okay, got it. So
So
let's have a conversation because you said earlier that you know the evil with Donald Trump.
yes,
Okay. Now, Donald Trump has a history of disrespecting our men and women in uniform. And I don't know if it's dementia. I don't know if it's just locker room talk, right? But what are your thoughts about that?
uh, it's the same thing, and I'm gonna give you an anecdote. I don't say that every service member of the armed forces, when got deployed, got this attitude, and I'm gonna tell you my experience, what I transpired
But
with.
okay. Well, let me slow you down. All right,
Yes.
when we only got a little bit of time, and this
Okay.
is more like we gotta act like we only got like maybe 10 minutes to talk. All
Oh,
right.
okay.
Okay.
Let's
So
make it in two. Do I believe what Donald Trump was dumb and stupid making comments? Yes.
are those statements inappropriate?
In certain occasions, yes.
Like when he was calling our generals dopes and babies and saying to them, "I wouldn't go to war with you," even though they had to explain to him, things like what a military base is. This is in his first term in office.
That I
That's
do
pretty
have-
wild. That's pretty wild, right?
It is wild, but you know what? I told senior members of the military when I was in service that was dumb and stupid.
Okay, so
That I got my butt
it's
chewed at.
it's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful on both sides. On both sides in regards to what they said to me
Who-
and in my response to them.
Who are they? I'm talking about one person, Donald Trump. I mean, did I confuse you?
Yes.
Because
No, no.
now, Dean, if you're truly an independent, that means you're not
Yes.
compromised on the left and you're not compromised on the right, and you know how to divide the truth based on the information you're given. So you've gotten multiple examples of Donald Trump disrespecting our men and women in uniform.
Okay, I'll give you one from Kamala Harris.
No. I wasn't.
You want that?
No. I'll get to that
Okay,
in just a
that's it.
second.
I keep it to myself. Okay.
I'll get to that in just a second. So you also have the situation where do you believe anyone is above the United States Constitution?
Only God.
Okay. So you're a Christian.
I am.
Do you believe Mike Pence is a Christian? Because the reason we're going down this path is because
yes.
you said you were in a live and they got mad at you because you said they called you a traitor or something like that, right?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what this conversation is about is to see, in my opinion, why they would make such a statement. So now that I'm, tracking what you're saying, would you say Mike Pence is a Christian?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you think about Mike Pence saying Donald Trump told him to place him above the Constitution?
Idiotic, stupid.
Who?
I
Who is that?
Trump.
Okay.
That was idiotic and it's stupid to say.
Okay, got it. So you agree with Mike Pence that Donald Trump said that?
I wasn't there, so I taken what Mike Pence said.
Okay, and that's the smartest thing because he was the second highest government official, and that's what he said the president said, right? So you have evidence that Donald Trump doesn't respect our troops, and you have evidence that Donald Trump doesn't even respect our Constitution. Anybody that knows that and still says, I'm going to endorse Donald Trump, from the way that I look at it, something's not quite right.
Well, I am not.
So that's just on the actual respect for our country and for our men and women in uniform. Let's move into Donald Trump and his crimes. All right, you know about those, right?
35 felonies. Then
34.
35.
34. So 34 in New York. 34 in New York. He was
lawsuits for two of them. 2 times being bring for impeachment, and so on. And it's been like 6 or 7 things. Then
do you run a business? Are you working?
no, I am retired. I'm
Okay.
unfortunately I got hurt in the
I'm sorry.
past. So
I'm sorry for that. I'm
but-
sorry, but your brain is still working, right?
oh hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you're familiar with Donald Trump interfering in the 2016 election, then, right?
Do I am agreeing that what?
No, you're familiar with how he interfered with the 2016 election. They call it the hush money trial, but really what it was a form of election interference, right? Because what he did was, What? No.
No, and he went to try in New York for that one, correct?
Yeah, and he was found guilty.
Right. And
Right.
in accordance, let me talk. I'm being respectful. And
Now,
I'm
I didn't say you weren't being respectful.
no, but I'm respectful with you. So let me put my point across just briefly, and then you go ahead and interject. Isn't those crimes were misdemeanors, and
No.
then they're upgraded to federal level to get the indictments and taken to court, and he's under it's being already under investigations and stuff like that. That's what I heard in the news. And again, I'm going to from ABC, MSNBC, NBC, and so on and so on. I'm not a what they call this a researcher.
Okay. Okay,
You know.
so I'm gonna stop you. I don't know where you're getting that information, but those convictions, those were 34 felony charges. All right, and it was because he had 11 checks, 11 invoices, and 12 journal entries. All right, that all adds up to 34, and they're felonies. So whoever told you they're misdemeanors, they've misled you. That's number one. All right. And the case, it's not going anywhere. He's going to be dealing with his sentencing on September 18th. He's been trying to have the case moved. He's been trying to get the judge taken off, but none of that's worked. A jury actually looked at the evidence and then they concluded he was guilty.
Right.
And when you look at it, it's a form of what some say is election interference because this was when he was campaigning against Hillary Clinton and he was engaging in this scheme, right? It was a scheme, hiding information away from American people before we went and voted for him. That's why it's election interference. He did it to hide the information from the voters. It's election interference. And I haven't even gotten into the whole Russia collusion and Russia if you're listening thing, right?
Okay.
So
well,
so
on
so
this
so
one,
Naldine,
on
Naldine,
this one, just listen to just 30 seconds. That's it. That's all I need. 30 seconds. So what it was done to General Flynn in regards to the so-called Russian collusion interference matter, then they took all the service time that that general did and basically bankrupt him, sent him to jail, and then he was
who?
on appeal.
Wait a
Listen,
second. All right, but Naldine,
General
you do
Flynn,
Naldine. Can I
I mean,
can I give you some feedback,
if
Naldine?
Hillary can do it, the
Not
Democratic
Naldine.
Party did it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm dealing with two evils, and I think that I'm inclining to the one that I know. The other one
Naldine,
that I don't know. All
Naldine,
right,
Naldine. I
I'm listening.
need whenever we're talking about Donald Trump, the way this works is we should really just stick to talking about Donald Trump, right? Because once you start picking and pulling and going
Okay,
into all these
so
others, once you start picking and
who
pulling
you
in all
have
these other
representing?
scenarios, Donald Trump has this thing. I saw him do it. He said it's called the weave. You ever heard of that?
The
He
what?
likes Donald Trump does this thing. It's called the weave. All right. You ever heard him talk about the weave, where he talks about 9 topics all at once, and then they all come together at once like magic? I don't do the weave.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I don't
I
like
got
that.
you.
I don't
I
like the
understand what you're
weave.
saying. I got you. I got your
Okay.
point. Got you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm a very one-track person, and maybe that's my flaw. But when I'm locked in on one particular topic, I just kind of like to stay there. All right. So we're not
No,
talking about Joe
I got you.
Biden.
I got you.
Okay, all right. Now, you know about him disrespecting our troops, thinking he's above the Constitution. We've just covered the criminal case, all right? Let's talk more about some of the other court cases that you are aware of that are criminal, right? Wouldn't you say stealing our national secrets is a bad thing? Thank you, JP Farms, for that. Wouldn't you say stealing our national secrets?
For God's sake, and on that one, you're not gonna convince me. No power in earth is gonna convince me he stole secrets. He's the president of the United States, which by his powers, he's entitled to take documents and getting declassified. Okay, follow my line of
What?
questioning.
Okay, but I gotta put a speed bump out there because what happens is you're going 90 to 100 miles an hour, all right, in an area that's probably only designed for you to go 15. So if I let you continue to go 100 miles an hour, what's going to happen?
You
You're
probably
gonna
know.
wreck.
No,
You're
no,
gonna
I'm not
wreck.
gonna wreck. I'm not gonna
So
wreck.
you got to slow it
I'm
down and let's put a little speed bump up there.
He
What
did not steal the
authority?
document. That's
What
it.
authority gave him the right to steal the documents? I'm
He
confused.
didn't steal documents.
Well, he didn't give them back. What authority allowed him to violate the Espionage Act and to commit obstruction of justice? Did I miss something?
Well, you can
Because
ask
once
that to Jack, to,
the do the
you can ask
documents
Jack Smith.
wait,
You
wait,
can
wait.
ask Jack Smith what happened.
Do the documents belong to Donald Trump or the United States government?
The United States government.
And you're an independent, so I appreciate that. So the United States government goes to Trump, hey, buddy, give us those documents back. Donald Trump says they're mine, and then they play a little game, and then eventually he says, all right, I'll give you the documents back. Wink, wink. And he gives them some of them back, and then he tells his attorneys, sign off saying I gave all of them back. That way, they won't know that I'm still holding on. And then he gets caught.
Well,
That's kind of what happened,
he
right?
signed to his attorneys.
Yes, he
signed
did.
to the FBI. No, he signed to the FBI.
No. You're talking about after they showed up to collect the documents, but before that, there was communications between him, all right, and the DOJ, and they said,
I got you now.
okay.
I got you now. Okay.
So let's try this again. What authority gave Donald Trump to commit obstruction? Gave him the authority to commit obstruction of justice? Because he wasn't the president at that time. So you see where this is going. This is why I didn't want to let you go 90 to 100 miles an hour. All right, because you were about to crash out, bro.
No, I wasn't about to crash out. I'm just trying to measure on the weight on regards of, did he got documents? Yes. Did he was allowed to take documents with him while in office? Listen to what I'm saying. While in office. Okay.
I'm not disputing
And
that.
now after the fact, then the archives is request, hey, I need any documents you have up there. Oh, I think I turn it in, but if anything, I will turn them in. And did he return them all? I don't think so. In regards to the investigation, he didn't.
Okay, so that's the problem.
The raid happened.
No, Dean, you jumped too fast. So you agree, from what I understand, that he could take them while he was president, right?
Correct.
Now that he's not president, he doesn't have that same power, because that power is now with Biden. Now he's just a private citizen.
Yes.
As a private citizen, should private citizens be allowed to take classified information? In your world, you serve this country.
Nope.
Thank you. Thank
I'll
you.
be in jail.
Thank you. And that's the other thing. So now that you know Donald Trump did this, right? That's another strike against Donald Trump. We're at 3 strikes, bro. You know this kind of evil.
I'm following you.
So you know this is what he does. He puts Americans' lives at risk. He doesn't respect the Constitution, and he's out there doing God knows what with our national secrets. Do you really think this is a person that's fit to be president still?
You just want, I know what you're doing, and I'm going to be respectful about it. I still got in my head what I'm inclining to. And in regards to trust, do you just put me on the balance, like, who should I trust? Kamala Harris or Donald Trump?
You should trust whoever. Let's start here. I'm okay with you.
Hold on, Sears. Okay, I already told you, I do not trust Kamala Harris.
But why?
I do not trust a woman that changed his all over, back and forth. I do not trust a woman. I do not trust a woman. Then one day he's like, "Oh, I'm within this scope and policies of the administrations of Biden, Harris, because at least she's being respectful in that regard. I give her that."
Can I ask you a question? You said something, and he said it a few times. You kept saying you don't trust a woman. Are you in a relationship by any chance?
Yes, sir.
You married?
Hell yeah.
Who does the cooking and all that other stuff in the house? Who pays the bills?
We on regards, then I'm sharing in my fair share.
You cook? You do all the cooking and cleaning in the house?
I do cooking and cleaning too. I'm
I
not
thought.
saying about
Wait,
that.
wait a second. I thought you said you were injured or something like that.
That doesn't preclude me of doing what I can on regards to cleaning. I'm a hell of a cook. I guarantee you, you will not get food poisoning with my food.
Okay, but your wife cooks for you.
Sometimes.
Do you trust it?
Her cook? Hell yeah.
Okay, so you have no problem trusting women.
I got no problem with trusting
So I was just picking up.
woman.
Okay, so
Certain
but
woman.
you kept saying something along the line, and I still think right now, even though you say you both do it, I don't necessarily know unless I speak with her. You're having a hard time getting out of the way, and it comes across like you're on the misogynistic side. You sound like you're a bit on the misogynistic side. Are you? Are
directly to Kamala
Huh?
Harris? I
So
do
so
not trust
so
Kamala Harris. That's
what?
it.
But you don't have really any reason to not trust her, other than the fact that she's a woman.
No,
Because no, no, no,
no.
Naldine,
No,
listen, listen,
no,
listen to me real quick.
no.
Listen to me real quick. And the reason I'm making that statement, and I need you to just let it sit for a second. I've just gone through several examples of things Donald Trump has done, and you have really no problem with it. Things that are illegal, right? You don't have a problem with anything Donald Trump has done. That's somebody you clearly shouldn't trust. We haven't even talked about anything like that with Kamala Harris, and you just distrust her. I don't know why. You can't really give me a solid answer as to why somebody that's never broken the law can't be trusted compared to somebody that that's clearly broken the law multiple times. Do you see? Do you understand where I'm
see
coming
your
from?
point. I see the point you're trying to get across towards me and towards whoever's listening on this on this.
Okay.
But
So
I
we got to
still,
stop it. We have to stop
we gotta
that kind
stop.
of. We
Okay.
have to stop being like that. You do not have any reason to not trust Kamala Harris. You don't.
I have reasons,
Name your
but
top
I
one.
have
Name your
not.
top reason.
She's not trustworthy. Okay. In order to be a commander in chief of this nation, you need to be able to lead. That's the first thing I was told many moons ago, not only in the military, even on my civilian side.
But
You need to be able to be trustworthy.
let me
Donald Trump
rephrase. Can I clarify? Let me rephrase the question. All right.
Go ahead, refrain it.
Rephrase. I asked you, please give me a reason Kamala Harris can't be trusted. Right? I need an answer of like this. You know, Zeus, she was impeached twice because of these things. Or Zeus, she led an insurrection against the United States government. Zeus, she mismanaged the pandemic. We can't trust her because she openly lied. You know, I need something along those lines. An answer, I just don't trust her. That's not going to cut it. So let's try this again.
Let me try this again. Initially, when she came to the administration, she was given a job. Go to this Central American places.
Can you get there quicker?
Huh?
Can you get there quicker? I don't need you to read her
He
CV
was
and
sent
tell me
there
about.
to supposedly help with this migration. They
What?
gave money to these nations. The United States gave money to these places to help the migration. It didn't happen. What the hell? The money went?
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm not talking. I'm not
So,
talking about.
Naldine,
I'm gonna say-
Naldine, I'm gonna be honest with you. You haven't said she did anything illegal. Did she do anything illegal, Naldine? Naldine? Earth to Naldine. I guess Naldine got a phone call, perhaps. So guess what I'm going to do, Naldine? Since you got a phone call, I got to move it on because, you know, I got other things to do this morning. But ladies and gentlemen, Naldine, I'm going to take care of some real important kingdom business, all right, if you don't mind. Oh, no, Naldine disappeared. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a great example. Sorry to subject all of you to these kind of conversations, but there's people out here that think like that, and it's very important we walk through this with them. But to those same people, Make no mistake, Naldine was possessed with the MAGA demon, right? And so guess what we should do to Naldine? Lake of Fire? Put a 1 in the chat if we should put Naldine in the Lake of Fire, please, because I'm turning up the temperature right now. Put a 1 in the chat if we should put Naldine in the Lake of Fire. Put a 1, please. Okay. People say I've been too mean lately, so I'm trying to be kind about this, but we have to do what we have to do. Unfortunately and fortunately. And the votes have came in. Naldine, because you refused to tell the truth and you chose to lie in front of all these people, one of the greatest acts of defiance in the kingdom, we're going to have to take care of you by tossing you into the lake of fire. Now, Naldine might be a great guy, but when he's possessed with the MAGA demon, he's not so great. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure that I do this. Join me in giving Naldine the biggest round of, you guessed it, boos and shame. Bye, Naldine.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, we still have Trump supporters. They're out here, and they're still spreading that dangerous rhetoric around, right? I mean, I've never seen anything like this. All right, never seen anything like this. He had no evidence to support Kamala Harris. His claims that Kamala Harris couldn't be trusted. All right, are there any more Trump supporters out there? Let's see who we have, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got, ladies and gentlemen? I don't got all morning. Actually, I got to take it easy today.
Zeus.
Good morning. Who is this?
My name is Kave. I heard everything you guys were talking about, and I'm sick of MAGA. I've had it with you clowns. I'm sick of it.
You are?
Yes, because they're going after women, they go after people of color, and they go after the LGBTQ community. I'm sick of it. I've had it with you clowns. You guys act like you're the victims. You're not.
You're not.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
You guys act like you're this high and mighty thing when you're not. You're just a bunch of babies. You're crying over a man who has no morals, no heart, no nothing. Why do you keep supporting this moron?
Does anyone disagree with Maverick in the chat? Put a 1 if you disagree with Maverick. Because Maverick, you're saying a lot of strong things. And I see there's somebody crying out there.
Of course they're crying. They're a bunch of clowns. They think that this guy is God. He's not. For God's sake, you clowns just keep supporting him. You can support him all you want. But at the end of the day, Kamala Harris is going to win. Like that or not, that's life. Get over it.
You think Kamala Harris is going to win? There's a lot of people out there that are saying Donald Trump is doing great, and that it's actually Kamala that's going to lose. What do you say to those folks?
They're a bunch of clowns, and Kamala Harris is going to win. If they don't like it, they can go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Go live in Russia. Go be with your little dictator you guys suck up to. Because we're not having it here. We're done. I know Zeus has said it. He's sick of it as well.
Yeah.
All of you clowns can leave. We're done with it. We're done.
Bingo. Well said. Well, listen up, Maverick. I appreciate the open and honest feedback. All right.
Always.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Maverick Knight of the Realm. No lies detected. Okay. All right, you too. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who we have next, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what I'm trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is, if you, where did my comment section go? I don't see the comment section. Hold on. Every now and then TikTok does this little nasty. All right, back. All right. Are there any Trump supporters out there? All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you would like to come in the box and at least try to defend your daddy. I mean, the last guest, I think he understood a few things. He understood that, number one, he wasn't going to be able to get away with telling those kind of lies. All right. We have Who do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, we have Ray. Ray, come on up in here, Ray. Come on in the box, Ray. I see you. I see you. All right. Ray, how are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm all right. What part of the country are you calling in from?
North Carolina.
Oh, well, that state might end up going blue. You're a Trump supporter?
I am.
How long have you been supporting this guy?
Forever. I'm from New York.
Nasty. You're from New York, and how old are you?
68.
68. All right, Ray, 68, North Carolina. I guess my question is, what is the thing that Donald Trump has done that has basically made you believe he's the most fit to be president?
Well, I can tell you, but I've been listening to you, and I see you cut people off as soon as you hear something that you don't like, but
Like-
even if
No.
it's true.
Give me an example.
You give me an example of what? I was listening to you talking to that other guy. You kept cutting him off.
But he was lying.
He wasn't lying.
Yeah, he was.
What the hell is he lying about?
He was trying to say Kamala Harris did things she didn't do.
Like what? Like not close the border? Let me just tell you something, okay, about Miss Kamala Harris. If you don't cut me off,
Kamala?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Talking about you cut me off already now.
Well, because I want you to be accurate.
Oh,
I want
no,
you
you
to
don't.
step
No, you
your
don't.
game up. I want you to step your game up, all right?
You
You guys
know you
speak
don't.
like your basement. You know Donald Trump calls you basement dwellers.
You want to have your argument and not listen to anybody else because you don't want it to get out there that she's just not right for the job.
No. I just want you to understand Donald Trump calls you basement dwellers, all right? So I'm trying to make you elevate your communication a bit so that you can at least seem believable.
Are you going to let me talk?
Are you going to be more respectful?
Why don't you give me 90 seconds and not interrupt me, and I'll lay it all out for you.
Will you use profanity?
No.
Will you pronounce Kamala's name correctly?
Kamala.
Okay, that's a start. All right. All right, let's give it a go. I got the clock going. And the last question is, will you promise to be truthful once I respond? Because I normally don't like to subject everyone in here to 90 seconds of MAGA. That's crazy.
Okay.
But
Are you
I'm
ready?
Yes.
Do you want to start the clock when now?
Sorry, Mom, but all right, go.
Okay.
Someone tell me when the 90 seconds is up. I don't got a clock right now, but please, all right, because we don't want Ray to go beyond that 90 seconds.
Okay. Miss Kamala? Okay, Kamala Harris. Okay, she was given a job by Joe Biden to close down the border. She did not do it. Because of that, over 250,000 young Americans have been killed by the Chinese for pumping the fentanyl over here. Now, what that does is it kills off an entire younger generation that are of fighting age, and China is at war with us. They're killing us without killing us with guns. They're killing us with.
Can you say unalive? Don't use the K word. You got to say unalive on TikTok.
What? I don't get you. What do you
There's
mean?
rules on the app that can get you in trouble. You don't need to get your account taken down. All
Yeah,
right.
right. What did I say that was wrong?
You use the K word to describe someone losing their life. You just say
okay.
say unalive. Don't
Okay.
don't say the R word. Say
got
grape.
you.
Say grape instead. Keep it clean. This is
Okay.
children
Thank
might be listening. Let's go.
you. All right. Thank you. Let's reset that clock now.
No. You're 45 seconds in. And don't say
right,
say pew pew instead of
unalive.
saying firearm. Say pew pew. All right.
Okay, unalive. 250,000 are unalive right now because of that, and because of the Oriental Kingdom over there, they have pumped into so much fentanyl into these inner cities that there's a lot of young men in Chicago, Baltimore, and Los Angeles that are also unalive. They created a situation where they were burning down the cities and they destroyed the economy in these cities. And then what they did was they created an underground economy. The underground economy is selling drugs. So what happens with that is that because of let's say a black man with 3 children in Chicago cannot support his family because the economic opportunities is gone, and he can't afford to leave and go get the opportunity. So he might try to sell the drugs. So what he does is he sells the drugs. He gets either one thing, either shot or in jail. Now, when these people that burned down the city, Kamala put
Okay,
out
okay,
that-
Ray. The audience has said your time is up.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, so I want to at least talk about a couple of things. All right, I didn't know you were that connected to the streets, right? It seems like you are out there in these streets and you are active, correct?
I'm from New York.
So you used to be out on the block selling that work.
Selling it? No, I never did that.
You was pushing that work out there?
I never sold it, no.
Oh, okay, because you were talking like you were, so I was a little concerned about your history. Yeah, he started to talk like he was the plug. You ain't the
No.
plug, right? Got it.
I'm talking
All right.
about the genocide of black Americans.
No, I get it, but you ain't tied to the streets like that.
Okay, but you are?
No, I'm more connected than you are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm
Well,
plugged
so-
in like a light in the
what do
lamp
you-
socket.
So what do you have to say about the genocide that
So
killed all of your people?
wait. Now you had your 90 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
I want to address a couple of things. So you started out by saying Kamala Harris was told by Joe Biden to close the border because she was the border czar.
Is that true?
No.
No, yes it is.
No.
You're lying now.
So listen to what I'm trying to say to you.
No, you listen to what I'm saying. You're lying.
I listened to you. Didn't I
But
give
you're
you
lying.
Wait.
You're lying. You call the other guy a liar. You're the one that's lying.
Ray?
She was put in charge of the border.
Ray, I'm going to mute you. Now, if I was fair, I gave you your 90 seconds, Ray, and you agreed to let me respond, Ray.
Go ahead.
So now you're a liar.
Go ahead.
Can you control the demon a little bit?
Go ahead.
All right. So the term border czar came from Donald Trump, all right, in a phone conversation with CBS News. He said Harris presided over the worst border ever as the border czar. So that term actually came from Donald Trump. It never was an official term.
Can I
Now,
respond?
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's talk about the real role that she had under the Biden administration. All right. In her role in terms of immigration, her main line of work was focused on convincing companies to invest in Central America and promoting democracy and development through diplomacy. In March, the White House announced that Harris had secured a commitment from the private sector to invest over $5 billion to promote economic opportunities and reduce violence in the region. Efforts to reduce migration by improving conditions in migrants' home countries have always been viewed as a long-term strategy by U.S. officials. In its, quote, root causes framework, the Biden administration conceded that the systemic change it envisioned for Central America will take time to achieve. That's the first thing I want you to at least be aware of.
I can see
The
in your
second-
glasses you're reading that. You're reading the talking points of the Democrat Party. You're not even responding
I wasn't
to the
done.
fact-
I
You're
wasn't
not- wait a
done.
minute,
I
you're not
wasn't
res-
done.
Yeah, but you stop reading
I
the talking
wasn't. I
points.
wasn't done.
Talk off your own
Sir,
head then.
sir, I wasn't done. In regards to the situation, and you were talking about stopping the unaliving of blacks in this country because of the fentanyl situation, something like that.
Genocide.
Okay, well, okay, I don't like to use such language on TikTok. All right,
It's
I get
true,
what you're
though.
saying. Okay, listen to what I'm saying now, Raymond. So, would you be in support of 1,500 security agents and officers being assigned to the border? 100 more immigration judges to help tackle the backlog of over 2 million cases, 4,300 asylum officers, and new policies so that they could resolve cases in 6 months instead of 6 years. Would you also be in favor of adding 100 more high-tech drug detection machines to help stop fentanyl from being smuggled in America that's killing thousands of children? Would you be in support of all of that?
Well, I could look. Stop reading. Don't you have any thoughts of your own?
I'm asking the questions.
You're asking the questions. Well, yes, I'm not in charge. I'm not in favor of them doing it the way they wanted to do it. What they wanted to do is they wanted to pump all that money in there and increase more border agents to process the people, not to keep them out. Stop interrupting me.
Ray, I'm not interrupting you.
Yes,
You're
you
just
are.
not answering my question.
I just did.
No, okay, was that a yes or a no?
No to part of it.
So
Okay?
you're not in favor of getting more equipment to detect the fentanyl and stop it from coming in the border.
Stop pick and choosing. Stop pick and choosing.
That's what was in the border bill.
Okay,
And can
but-
I say this? Listen. And one last thing. All right, I want you to know this is where we are at in terms of immigration and the border. Hold on. All right, hold on.
There is zero chance I will support this horrible open borders betrayal of America. It's not going to happen. I noticed that, and I'll fight it all the way. I noticed a lot of the senators are trying to say respectfully they're blaming it on me. I said, that's okay, please blame it on me, please, because they were getting ready to pass a very bad bill. And I'll tell you what.
So that's Donald Trump saying, hey, Ray, if there's an issue going on, blame it on me.
You want? Okay, can I respond?
Sure.
Okay. What they wanted to do in that bill was they wanted to pump in lots and lots of money and hire more border agents to process the people coming into the country at a faster rate. Hire more judges to process the people at a faster rate, not to keep them out. If they wanted to keep them out, they would continue building the wall and make a deal with Mexico like Trump did to keep 250,000 agents from Mexico to stop these people from coming in. Now that bill was a very bad bill because the bill was bad because of this.
It was a bipartisan border bill,
Yeah,
one of the
because,
best
yeah,
of our lifetime that was
Yeah.
negotiated. All right,
Because of-
and if you want the government to work, if you want to address this, it's just not building a wall. There's an immigration issue, and it has to be addressed in a
No, it
humanitarian
doesn't.
way.
Keep them out. Keep them out. Shut the border down.
Ray. So the alternative, which is leave it open and allow all of the stuff to continue to come in, including the stuff that you say is unaliving. You're saying leaving it. You're telling me leaving it as it is better than not doing it.
Never said
Leaving it
that.
as it is than doing something about
Don't
it.
put words in my mouth. I never.
You
said
could
that.
always listen. You could always pass it and then amend it. If your concern was simply it wasn't addressing certain things, Donald Trump could have always said, you know what, this is a great start. When I get into office, I'm going to ratchet it up and take care of business. But to just leave it wide open right now and allow this stuff in our country, guess who we're going to blame? We're going to blame Donald Trump. He told us to blame him. I'm just being honest with you, and you should too. If Donald Trump says blame me, why are you not doing it?
Don't give me this crap about bipartisan bill because a lot of Republicans are worthless. Also, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm not either one, but I am a Trump supporter. Now, here's the thing. You put on that border the National Guard, and just shut the border down because 250,000 people are unalive now because of fentanyl.
Wow. You know, normally people come in and tell me I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm an independent. You're one of the first people that actually just went and said, you know what, I'm neither of those. I'm full-fledged Trump supporter. That's wild. That's really wild, Ray.
Because I have a mind of my own.
I got to stop you there, Ray. Unfortunately, you've confirmed that this is the worst thing that a person could be. Openly proud to support Donald Trump. This is the worst thing you could ever be.
No, that's not true. But let me explain.
You're not a Christian, right? You are a vessel for Donald Trump.
Excuse me, I'm a very good Christian. My relationship with Jesus Christ is solid. Don't tell me I'm not a Christian. Now, that wasn't right for you to say that because you don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about me. Don't you question my relationship with Jesus Christ, ever.
I have to.
No, you don't.
Why not?
Why would you question my relationship with Jesus
Christ?
Christ?
Did I strike a chord?
Yes, you did. And when you talk about my Lord, yes, you did.
Should I apologize?
Yes, I would appreciate it if you would.
Well, okay. Can I? I'll get to the apology in just a second.
Question. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm a little concerned. Now you've ventured into some dangerous territory with Zeus. How do you reconcile being a Christian knowing Donald Trump is the most immoral candidate?
I don't feel that he is the most immoral candidate.
Okay, so let's
support him.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. Listen to this.
If Ivanka were my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
What does that mean to you?
What did he say? I didn't hear it.
If Ivanka were my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
If Ivanka wasn't his daughter, perhaps he'd be dating her.
So what? What is that? Is that so bad about that? Because she's an intelligent young girl.
Oh.
She's an intelligent young lady.
What about this?
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
What's that about?
I don't know what the hell it was about. I would have to see the whole
You have daughters?
So,
You have daughters?
I have two.
Yeah. Do you say that kind of stuff about your daughters?
No, I don't say that kind of stuff.
Okay,
about
so
my
is that Christ-like what he just said?
No.
What about Donald Trump hanging out with Jeffrey E? I can't even say his name on TikTok.
Oh, don't even go there.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
go there. They were all going there. They were
Jesus,
all going there.
would
You probably
Jesus,
know some people that went there too.
Would Jesus have hung out with Jeffrey E?
He probably would have took him out.
What?
He probably would have took him out.
No. Would Jesus have been being Jeffrey E's wingman, dancing and stuff like Donald Trump was? Would Jesus have done that? Would Jesus have been on the flight log?
Why are you? Wait.
No.
Let's go back to what we were talking about.
No.
You only want
you
to talk about this other stuff, but you don't want to talk about the fact that all these people are being unalived because of fentanyl.
Sir, the reason that we got here is because you said I struck a chord, all right, with your relationship with Jesus. So I'm pausing the conversation about Trump real quick, and I just want to make sure, man to man, we have an understanding about Jesus Christ. So
do we have an understanding? Are you?
No.
No, are you?
All right. Would Jesus have hung out with Jeffrey E?
Would Jesus have let these folks dance in front of your second graders in this scantily clothes outfit?
See. This guy's struggling. He's really struggling. You're now you want to deny Jesus on TikTok, Ray. Now you want to deny Jesus. You don't have a relationship with the good Lord.
You know what? I have to go. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You have no compass.
Go. I don't want none of that demonic stuff you got going on, Ray.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Go just sell out to your own people. That's what you are.
You don't know Jesus and you don't know the truth.
You're a sellout to your own people. You're a sellout. There's thousands of your own people being slaughtered in the streets, and you want to talk about Donald Trump doing that.
Did I lie, Ray?
And you danced right over it.
Ray, did I lie though?
You danced right over it though.
Ray, did I lie, Ray?
Did I lie?
Yeah.
No, I lied about the people that are being killed in the inner city.
No. You're lying about Donald Trump.
Did I lie about fentanyl?
You lying? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. So why are you upset that I'm telling you Donald Trump isn't a Christian and you're supporting somebody that's immoral? That calls into question your integrity. I played a clip, Ray. I played a clip, Ray, and you're freaking out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is uncomfortable to watch Ray struggle with the MAGA demon. All right? I know this is uncomfortable, but Ray, this is necessary.
You're a sellout to your own people.
What you're saying isn't even Christ-like.
You're a sellout to your own people.
Ray, what you're saying isn't even Christ-like. You're not even acting like a Christian.
How many people were
killed
in Chicago last weekend?
That's why I say Ray is not, he says he's a Trump supporter, which means he's not a Christian. He's a vessel of transgression for Donald Trump.
I was right. You're an idiot.
He doesn't know how to speak kindly to people. He doesn't know how to speak kindly to people. And when we get him in the corner and we actually ask him questions about his faith, he freaks out and he panics.
Because you want to go about and talk about something.
Sir, you shouldn't be ashamed to support the good Lord.
No, what?
You shouldn't be ashamed to be a Christian. You shouldn't be ashamed.
I am not.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna look. I don't want to talk about that with you because I know. I'll tell you what. You want to skip over
I just
all
got
the
you.
other stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. You know what? Let's say that. Let's say you got me. Now let's go back to the other thing.
So I want you to. So can you? Now that I got you, can you stop saying you're a Christian and supporting Donald Trump at the same time? It's a disrespect. It's disrespectful to real Christians, like Mike Pence. Pence.
Okay, I'm not going to say I'm supporting Donald Trump. How's that? Now let's go back to the other issue. What about your people being slaughtered in the streets?
No, I've already addressed that.
No, you have not.
Didn't I say Donald Trump said blame me?
You have not addressed that issue.
Didn't I say Donald Trump said blame me? You want me to play it again?
He said blame me because he wouldn't support that stupid bill that was going to allow faster processing of these people into the country.
Okay, so Ray, let me put it to you in simple terms. Let's just say...
I just put it to you in simple terms.
Let me put it this way. Your door, do you keep it locked at night?
Do you?
Yeah.
Me too. So
Okay. So what we don't want to do is just leave it wide open. Right?
That's
What
what it is
Donald
now.
Trump what Donald Trump in effect has done by not allowing this bill to pass, right? Is he's just said leave it open until I get in office.
Not true. Not true.
And that's the guy you are voting
Not true.
for.
Not true. Not true. Donald
Ray,
Trump,
then
stop
there
Donald
hasn't
Trump
been anything done at the
Donald
border.
Yeah, that's Kamala's fault.
No.
She's
Didn't
the one
I-
in charge of the border.
Sir.
There is zero chance I will support
Let me play it for you
this
again.
horrible open borders betrayal of America. It's not going to happen. I noticed that, and I'll fight it all the way. I noticed a lot of the senators are trying to say respectfully they're blaming it on me. I said, that's okay. Please blame it on me.
That's
Ray,
right. That's
I
right.
don't like people that when we hear information try to tell me what I just heard isn't what I just heard.
You want me to explain that?
No, I can think
you
for
don't want me to
myself.
explain that. You don't want me to explain that.
No, because you're compromised in the worst
no, I'm
of
not
worst.
compromised because of the. Just hang on one second.
Let me-
Would
let-
you
can-
just-
do you-
would
do
you
you-
just shut up for a second? Just shut up for 1 second, and let me talk. He was talking about that bill.
Triggered.
He wanted to talk
Ray.
about the fact that bill. No, wait now.
You okay?
That bill was going to put thousands of border agents on the border.
Ray,
to help
I gotta ask
process
you, bro.
the people into the country.
Are you okay?
Can
For
you
some-
stop with your shit? Could you just stop?
What have I done?
Just listen. Donald Trump was against that bill because it was putting border agents on the border that were going to be down there for processing the people into the country quicker, hire thousands of judges to help speed up the process of getting these people into the country quicker, not closing down the border.
You're proving my point, though.
How?
Because we're saying Donald Trump said blame him, and you're literally telling us what Donald Trump did and why he did it. That's
He was
why we're
saying-
blaming him. Because
he was
guess
saying
what?
that-
The door is still open. No matter
was
what
saying-
you say, Ray, listen up. No matter what you say, the door is still open.
And that's not his fault. It's her fault.
He just said blame him,
Well, yeah, because
sir.
he was being
Are you
facetious.
listening?
He was being facetious. He was saying that because if you want to make you feel better, blame me. But everybody knows it's her fault. She was in charge of the border, not him. When he was president, he shut down the border.
Ray?
Your information.
Ray, I listen. I've never met somebody like you on TikTok. You, sir, you take the cake.
I want to respect you, though. I'm going to tell you what. I got a lot of respect for you for one thing.
What's that?
Okay? You didn't shut me down.
I have no
You didn't
reason
know-
to.
you-
You're
yes,
shutting
you-
yourself down.
No, you didn't shut me down, and I respect you for that. You're willing to have a discussion, but you're losing the argument. You're losing the argument. Kamala
Ray,
was in charge of the
Ray,
border, not Trump.
Ray, I gave you what Kamala's role was with immigration. You can go look that up. I've heard your angle. You can go and I've pushed back on it in multiple fronts. And you and I both have to walk away from this conversation and know there's nothing that has been done at the border yet, which means the door is open, right? The door is open. Ray, the door is open.
That's her fault.
No. And
Yes,
Donald
yes,
Trump.
it is her fault. What do you mean no? She's been in 3.5 years. She's been in there. It's her fault that it's open.
Ray, I would believe you, but I have something called evidence.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what
I
that
have
is?
Evidence too. Do the graph, and show what is the amount of people that was coming over the border when Donald Trump took office, and the amount of people that crossing the border this 3.5 years.
Ray,
Look at the graph and post that.
Ray, can we move on from this topic? Because honestly, I don't think you're able to process what
You're
just
losing.
happened.
You're
What am I
losing.
losing?
I just told you.
What have I
graph,
lost?
Look up the graph and post the graph of how many people crossed the border when Donald's last day in office and 3.5 years.
I can't. Do you have it on you?
I don't have it on me, no.
Okay, so let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop that. Let's stop right there.
Okay.
Where we're at, Ray, is you didn't produce any evidence to prove your point.
I did
the border is still open. And
her
Donald
fault.
Trump said blame him.
It's her fault.
Donald Trump didn't say that. He didn't say blame Kamala.
It's her fault. He
He
was being
didn't.
facetious, and you know it.
Okay, that's your opinion, but no one else believes
He
that.
was
I just
being
want you to know.
facetious, and he
Now,
know it. He was
can-
saying like, if you,
can-
it makes you feel better to blame
Jesus
me,
Christ.
blame me. But the
Ray.
fact is, the border's open.
Ray. All right. We've discussed quite a bit. Are we done with the whole Christian angle? Okay.
Okay, go
We're
ahead.
done with that,
What
right?
do you want to talk about now? Go ahead.
Now, the last thing I want to cover really is January 6th, and then I got to open up these boxes because there's other people that might have other things to say. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Nancy Pelosi.
You got any proof?
Got any proof? The fact that he was offered her thousands of National Guard troops and she turned them down? Is
Okay.
that proof?
No.
No, that's not proof.
No. So let's go. Let's go.
Is it
Ray.
proof that they buried all of the evidence from the hearings that was not
Ray,
conducive
can
to
we
the-
have a conversation about this real quick? I don't got much
just did.
time.
Okay, go
Do you
ahead.
recall what was going on during 2020? Do you remember things like the civil unrest that was going on in the country, protests erupting left and right under Donald Trump? Do you remember that?
But was it him? That was the
Do
left.
you remember this?
Yeah,
Ray,
that was
this
the left. That was BLM.
no, okay. Do you remember
there you go.
do you remember the are you eating some chips?
Crackers.
Well, could you not do all of that in my ear? Cuz
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, so you're just going to eat crackers while talking to Zeus?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
That's funny, right?
Am I laughing?
Wait, no, I just happen to have a pack of crackers in front of me. Nut job.
No. This is some deranged stuff. What kind of crackers are those, Ray?
Saltines.
I should have known. It's too much noise in my ear, sir. So could you mind saving that until after this discussion? But if
Sure,
you
go
need
ahead.
those crackers,
Go ahead. No,
that
go
if you need them that bad, though, I get it.
Go ahead.
I
go
get
ahead.
it.
Talk about
No
what
one
you
wants to
want
hear you eating like a horse on TikTok.
Talk about it. Don't insult me, please.
No. What you just did was insulting.
Okay, is that you look?
You didn't work up an appetite lying for Donald Trump on TikTok. I've never seen anyone like you.
I don't lie about Donald Trump. I don't lie about Donald Trump.
You do.
I don't.
You're rude. Yeah, look at these people. They're saying he's rude.
You know, you have no answers for me. That's why.
So
You asked
let me
a
finish
question-
what I was saying,
you
Ray.
asked
Let
a
me finish.
question
I'm
who's
gonna just go ahead and mute this guy, Ray. Unemployment was through the roof while Donald Trump was president in 2020. All right. So the conditions just weren't in his favor in terms of him getting reelected, Ray. All right. So let's go down that path, Ray. Oh, hit unmute. During the election, you know, Donald Trump did this thing where he lied to all of his supporters. You know about that, right? Ray?
I can't answer. You muted me.
Yeah. Are you done with those crackers?
No.
Well, then I'm going to have to go ahead and tell you to mute up. Don't unmute until you're done stuffing your face with those saltine crackers.
You asked me a question. How can I answer you if it's on mute?
Because I don't want to hear you chomping in my ear, all right? Have a little dignity. Have a little decorum.
Go ahead. What do you want to say?
Jesus Christ.
Don't
So,
mention
you know
it.
Donald Trump lied, all right, about the results of the election, right?
Nope.
Did he win?
Yep. Yes, he did.
You're not a Christian, Ray. Goodness gracious.
Yes,
you know
he
what?
did win.
You know what, Ray? This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Ray is full of just lie. I'm so sorry, Ray, but I'm not gonna sit here and let a deranged MAGA demon just lie the way that you do, and you lie like a rug. All right, for the sake of TikTok. I gotta let you go, Ray. Guess what I've just done, ladies and gentlemen? I've turned up the temperature on the Lake of Fire. Ray, this is my favorite part, and you've earned it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna cast Ray into the Lake of Fire. All right, extra hot. He's possessed with the MAGA demon. The truth is not in him. He's not a Christian at all. By no means is he a Christian. He's a full-fledged Trump supporter, MAGA demon. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in casting Ray into the Lake of Fire by giving him a huge round of, you guessed it, booze and shame. truth isn't in you, bro. Yeah, you got cooked so many times. It was so easy. I just started to have fun with it, but it was just so much wild and unpredicted stuff going on with you over there, bro. I just couldn't do it anymore because I got other things to do. All right, let's bring up some other people up here who've listened to some of these conversations that might want to chime in and add their 2 cents. All right. Who do we got this time? My good friend attacking. Good morning. Woo! How are you doing, attacking?
Let me get my Bluetooth in so there's no back feed.
All right. Yes, this is a mutual. Somebody that's sane is in the box. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get some
okay, do you
sanity.
hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, with all the things that are going on, you know that Judge Chutkan in D.C. is with Trump right now, right?
I do know that. Yes.
Yeah. So, his lawyers are saying it should be removed, blah, 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 blah. And the Trump lawyers are keep trying to push about the presidential election. And she goes, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about 4 indictments.
Oh.
Yeah, she slammed her right there, boom, right in the face. I put up a lot of videos of things that Trump has said, again, about Biden and Harris and lying about figures. Remember when Donald Trump lied about the unemployment rate's 20, 30, 40, 45%, I heard.
Yeah.
All those lies. And then the next day, Sean Spicer came out and says, well, the president wants me to let you know that the figures are correct today.
Oh.
Right, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing the
That's
same
a long
thing.
time ago.
Yeah, and he's doing the same thing today. And that's why I put the video up.
Wow.
These figures are skewed. I'm the only one who can fix it. Don't believe anything you say. Believe what I say. So right now, as you can see here, Donald Trump is with his father, the devil, in hell. As you see the fire, the lava behind his back.
The lake of fire. That's where him and his supporters will be.
The lake of fire. So Judge Chutkan isn't taking any bull from Trump's attorneys.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at the updates. They got a CNN. They're doing this update on their websites, right?
Yeah, I was reading it. Yeah, as I was listening to you.
She won't factor the election into her decision as Trump team argues about it. Nasty. They argue evidence in the case needs to be made public before a long fight over immunity. Wow. Yeah. She is moving very, very fast. Whatever the decision is that she's making, Judge turns to another potential defense motion over evidence about Mike Pence. Woohoo!
Yeah, the prosecutor said something about leaving Mike Pence out, but she also said that the way she reads it, Mike Pence's testimony is left up to her decision to bring him in or not.
Wow.
But also the prosecutor wants to have like a mini hearing before the big hearing.
Yeah.
Hearing in regards to the evidence. In my opinion, I think that's kind of cool because this way here, the American people get to hear some of the bad things that Donald Trump did.
Yeah.
And I think that before the election, I think there should be a mini hearing in regards to the evidence, because that's gonna make the decision to vote for Trump less viable for their Trump supporters.
Yeah, I think so, and hopefully we get that. We deserve it. The American people truly deserve to know what Donald Trump was doing on or around January 6th. All right, thank you, Rick.
But the main thing is this.
Talk to him.
You Trump supporters that are listening to Zeus, why are you letting Trump lie to you not once, not twice, but a third time? Everything Donald Trump said in 2015-16, he said in 1920, and he's saying it in 23 and 24.
Yeah.
He keeps lying to you about issues. Just like that old man that Trump, Zeus just had, saying, oh, that border bill was horrible. More judges, more border agents at the bill, making things go faster. Yeah, you cracker eating cracker.
That talk about just I just couldn't believe that we got to that place together.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So instead of going, yeah, more judges means that people get in and out quicker, people get sent back quicker and processed faster. More agents stop what's going on with fentanyl and all these drugs that are supposedly coming across the border. More technology to help stop these things. You're against helping stop what you're complaining about? Helping these people who are legitimately coming here and should be processed faster into the American system. You're complaining that they should be just dangling out there for years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years before becoming American citizens. You don't want the process to be faster to alleviate the pressure at the border? Do you see how backwards your thinking is?
Tell them attacking.
I mean, my God, come on, guys. Is there a border crisis or isn't there a border crisis? Do you want more help to get things taken care of in a better process, or don't you? Or do you just want to bitch about it every day until Donald Trump is the president, until Donald Trump becomes president again, and he's still not going to fix it? And by the way, the other video I put up is Donald Trump says he's going to cut your energy costs in half. Did he tell you how he's going to do that?
No, he did not. Just more lies. More empty promises.
How's he going to cut your gas prices in half when you have oil experts saying, yeah, if he tries to do that, he's going to cause American job loss, hundreds of thousands of jobs. The oil industry to tank. And then we're going to be more independent. We're going to be more dependent on oil coming from other countries than we are now, because we do export more oil now. We're doing good in multiple ways. You just don't feel it because of the pandemic that helped things to go up on prices.
Tell them.
It's all, everything's a related issue. And hate to say it, if Donald Trump would have handled COVID properly in 2020, he probably would be the president still. But he didn't. He caused these issues that you and I are having with little higher prices. There's a related, there's a cause and effect. A cause and effect.
You hear that, MAGA? Listen, attacking. Let's go, brother. I got to move on, all right? Thank you, Mike.
All right. Thank you very much. Everybody be good. Everybody be safe. Thank you very much, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Attacking No Lies Detective. People need to understand, time is truly of the essence. All right. Let's go on. Good morning, Jess. How are you doing?
Oh, good morning. I'm great. It seems like we're cooking today.
Well, there's a lot going on.
The crackers killed me. I'm not going to lie. The crackers killed me.
You can't make this stuff up, right? I mean, what on earth? Could you imagine living in the same space as someone that's possessed with the MAGA demon? Seriously.
Exactly. Did you hear that Donald Trump admitted to losing?
By a whisper, right? Or a whisker.
He said it twice.
Yeah.
He said it on a podcast, and then I think he said it in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's admitting to it. And you want to know something funny?
What's that?
So I made a video about Nick Fuentes yesterday.
Oh.
And he's crying.
Really?
He is so mad that Donald Trump admitted to losing. He said, then what was all of this for? Why did we get censored? Why did we get our accounts banned? Why this? Why that? If you're a loser.
That's why when the previous guest, right? Did Donald Trump win did Donald Trump win the election? Yeah, Donald Trump won. No, he did not.
No, he did not. And even his followers know it, and they're seeing the light. Nick Fuentes said, if you're going to admit that, then the DOJ is right. Everything is valid, and you should be charged. He even said, you should. Like, bro, they're cooked. They're cooked. They know the end is near. and they knew they were pushing a lie, is what it is. And I don't know if y'all heard about this either, but Tim Pool and other Russian commentators.
Let's talk about
Whenever we
it.
say y'all are Russian puppets, we were not fucking lying.
Oh, got it.
Sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry.
Wild show. I get it. We've been kind of playing fast and loose, but we're trying our best. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you're saying that the Russian government has been feeding these folks on the right information to spread.
Yep.
That causes distrust.
Talking points.
Wow. And did you see what they actually wrote on X, these guys?
Oh, I saw what Tim Pool wrote. He's shivering in his little boots.
Yeah.
He's scared. And as he should be, honestly, because he was one of the worst. The reason why I talk about Tim Pool so much is because he was and is one of the worst people to be spewing the right-wing rhetoric. Because not only is he toxic and misogynistic and racist and all the things, he's spreading these narratives to start a civil war. He's posted about a quote-unquote civil war over 100 times.
Sick.
And the fact that I only see MAGA doing this, it's a big sign that it's coming from Putin or Donald Trump. And the fact is, if you have this is America 101.
Right.
If you have a presidential candidate backed by Russia, that's a big red flag. That should be a problem for you.
Yeah. Tell them.
And that's all I got to say. I wanted to bring up Tanae Media because that is insane. I thought that was something that really should be talked about. And Nick Fuentes losing his mind and seeing the light was absolutely hilarious to me. And honestly,
I got to go check out this video. I didn't see it. I did catch up with some of the statements, these people who've been pushing Russian disinformation and misinformation. And, you know, they're trying to they're out here basically saying they had no clue that they were pushing all of this nasty content. That's what they're saying. Oh, if anything, this is what he says. Should these allegations prove to be true, I, as well as the other personalities and commentators, were deceived and are victims.
I heard that. I saw that too. He is not a victim. Tim Pool and Nick Fuentes and all these people, they are smart enough. I don't care if Tim Pool dropped out of college. He's smart enough. He knows better. And especially if you consider yourself a patriot, you don't care about America if you're taking talking points from Russia.
They knew. If they didn't know, then these folks are dangerous.
Exactly.
These folks are dangerous. They're out here pushing lies, sowing distrust in the United States on behalf of Russia. And you mean you had no clue? Shut the platform down. You're not doing your research.
Done. Delete your account.
That's what should happen. Yep. All right. Well, listen, Jess, thank you so much. All right.
Yep.
All right,
Have
ladies and gentlemen, let's
day.
give the beautiful Jess a round of applause. These Trump supporters know this is why we need Jack Smith, Kamala Harris, all right, Alvin Bragg, Judge Tanya Chutkin, all right. Who else do we need? Who else? Oh, yeah, Fadi Willis, by the way. All right, we need all of these prosecutors to hold these people accountable. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot make this stuff up. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Kitty Cat, how are you doing?
Kingdom, how are you guys doing today?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Listening to your live, shaking my head. I mean, my goodness, the Russian propaganda. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think that they realize that they've been bamboozled by Russia. I don't think that they understand that every talking point that they have, they've heard it and got it from Russia. You have been bamboozled, you've been hoodwinked, you have been lied to, you've been fooled, MAGA. And it's sad. It's really sad that you can't wrap your mind around the fact that you've been lied to by your orange Jesus and he's laughing at you. He calls you basement. What is it? Basement.
Basement dwellers. Yeah, like that guy Snuggles when he opened up his refrigerator. I said when I had to think about it when Snuggles got. I said that's the refrigerator of a basement dweller.
Yeah.
Sick.
Dwellers. Sick. I mean, you have nothing good coming from him. Why do you side with chaos and doom and gloom versus hope? It is hope versus Project 2025. But I'm gonna leave that there.
Thank you.
need MAGA to go and do some soul searching if you have one.
Right.
And then remind everybody that last day to register in Texas to vote is Monday, October 7th. In addition to that, I got an email today and I just loved it. I got an email from Kamala, of course.
Okay.
And there is a Civics for Change, Know the System to Change the System meeting tonight. It's virtual. You can do a Google search and find it. And it starts at 8 o'clock this evening, Eastern Standard Time.
Wow.
You can go in and educate yourselves, MAGA. You can go in and get out of the cult you've been lied to. In addition to that, I, of course, subscribe to my local Democratic Party. And I'm quite sure they probably, I don't know, Republicans, Trump took all their money, so I don't know what they're doing on their side. But on the Democratic side, in my state, in my county, they're having a Fort Bend County hate crimes forum.
Right.
So we'll have the DOJ, the FBI, the U.S. Attorney, the DA, local law enforcement to come and speak to the community. Something that needs to happen so that we as a collective can do better in life. MAGA, if you want to do better in life, stop listening to the doom and gloom. Get out of that. Stop crying every day. He lied to you. He's admitted that he's lied to you. Accept that he's lied to you. He said it himself.
Right?
Nobody else. It came out of his mouth, his lips, his word vomit, that he lied to you. Stop allowing yourself to be lied to. Get out of the cult.
Thank you.
Drink some water, touch some grass. Have a beautiful day.
All right.
Thank you for letting me up. I appreciate
You're welcome.
you guys. Thank you all in the chat. My chat cousins, you guys be careful out here.
Okay, let them know.
MAGA's upset. You have been lied to by Russia, and you are now dealing with the Russian bots who infiltrate our lives and continue to lie to you. Do better.
Amen.
Do better.
Tell them.
Have a good day. I'm done, Zeus.
Okay.
One last thing. I want to give a shout out to Straight Facts.
Uh-oh, there we go. Let's go. We got the camera on. Let's go. Straight Facts.
That's where we get our information. I come to Zeus to get information. You guys, stop allowing Snuggles and Trash Bait and the other ones to corrupt your minds.
Don't do it.
Yourself. You can do it. I have faith in you. Think for yourself.
Tell
I know
them.
it's hard. Drink some water. Go touch some grass. Do better.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful DJ Kitty Cat. And she's right. Stop letting Snuggles, who you all see me, I dog walk Snuggles all the time. I send him to his own platform every day in tears. All right, but I'm an expert at what I do. But don't let these guys deceive you. And I'm being serious about it. These folks truly have no clue what they're talking about. And they're agents of Vladimir Putin. Good morning, Shay. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, so Jessica, if y'all want to hear the audio where Trump admits that he lost by a whisker, he says he lost the election.
Do you have that? Because Snuggles, are you here? Snuggles, put a one in the chat, Snuggles, if you're here. I want him to listen to this before he gets dog walked. All right, let's do it. Okay.
I got the first time. I was told if I got 63 million, which is what I got the first time, you would win. You can't not win. And I got millions of more votes than that, and lost by a whisker.
Oh.
I lost by a whisker, he said.
Okay, hold on, Shay. We're gonna take out the trash real quick. Snuggles,
Yes.
could you
yes.
is your camera working today?
My camera is working. Is your?
Yeah. I want to see your face, and then I want
Can I
Shay
see
to
your
play the.
refrigerator
I want
first,
want Shay to
please?
play the clip. I want Shay to play the clip for you.
I'd like to see Shay's refrigerator.
No. All right now. Okay. All right now, Shay. Could you cue that up
What's
again?
up, Shay?
I can show. Hey, good. Hey, Snuggles, how are you?
I want you to play that for Snuggles real
I
quickly.
can
All right.
show you my refrigerator. I'm not turning on the camera because I'm still.
Zeus, show me your refrigerator first.
This morning.
Mute
The
Snuggles.
refrigerator. Everybody's refrigerators are fine. Stop. Listen to this. This is him admitting he lost.
Millions more votes. I was told if I got 63 million, which is what I got the first time, you would win. You can't not win. And I got millions of more votes than that, and lost by a whisker.
Okay.
Lost by a whisker. He says.
So Snuggles. Let's be honest. Let's be
how-
honest, Snuggles. Let's be honest. Cut the shenanigans, please.
He lost by 7 million.
Will you stop saying Donald Trump won the 2020 election?
Yeah.
He just admitted he lost.
That's why the Supreme Court didn't take up 22-380. That's exactly why they denied it
Whatever
3
makes you feel
times.
better.
But you keep talking about it. Why?
Whatever makes you feel good. Is that what will make you feel
You don't want to. You don't want
You
to
need
tell
to
the truth.
admit it.
You don't want to tell the truth yet.
No? He's admitting it now that he lost.
Zeus, we've admitted it for a long time.
That Donald Trump lost.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, are you guys okay? Who's
Okay. So if you now
Who's the
acknowledge
president?
Donald,
It's
if
no
Donald,
problem.
so Snuggles, now that you admit Donald Trump,
22-380
Who's
then.
the president? Who's been the
see, this is a sick person.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Shay. You were asking him a question.
My question is, why does he keep talking about the Brunson Adams 22-380?
Can I'm just
If he lost the election, who cares? Mike Pence did the right thing then.
You got
Mike
now.
Pence did the right thing then.
Can I talk
Okay.
for a minute?
Yeah,
It
go
better
ahead.
be quick. It better be
Shay,
quick.
Really quick. Shay, he asked about what happened on January 6th, and I explained what happened on January 6th with Mike Pence, right? And what he did unconstitutionally.
No.
You guys
Okay.
seem to-
No, he followed the
What?
Constitution.
The reason
he
why
followed the Constitution.
See.
people want to explain it because you
No,
guys.
Snuggles.
want
I
keep
need you
your
to
own
apologize on
clarity.
TikTok. I need you to just apologize because you've been lying
I'm not
for years.
apologizing because
Oh,
Snuggles tells the truth.
okay. Well, I got something, ladies and gentlemen. Join me in sending Snuggles straight to the lake of fire where he belongs. You know why he's going. We don't need to explain it. Sorry, Shay.
Silence, you MAGA Daily.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Sorry, Shay. We had to take the trash out this morning.
I mean, here's the deal. You guys have been pushing for 4 years that the election was stolen and that Mike Pence should have sent it back to the states, that he had the right to do that. Mike Pence got advice from all his lawyers, and they looked at the Constitution. They said that is not in your purview of the Constitution at all. So Mike Pence did what he did. He said, I stood for the Constitution. Trump asked me to go above the Constitution. That is why I'm not supporting him. You guys don't want to believe that. He is telling you now because he's trying to win. He knows it is narrative that the election was lost or that he won it is not winning him. So now he is admitting that he lost, but of course he's got to add in that little thing by a whisker. Yeah, 7 million votes is not a whisker.
Thank
by the
you.
way. So now Nick Fuentes, which nobody on this panel cares a flip about because he's a white supremacist, right?
Yep.
But he is even saying, why did we support him through all of this? Why did January 6th happen? He's also saying the DOJ has every right to go after him. Obviously, the 4 felony charges that Chutkin's looking at right now all has to do with the fact that he knew he lost, but yet incited January 6th and kept lying to the American people that he won the election and that it was rigged and it was stolen, to a point where a lot of you knuckleheads literally think that our election system is broken, and it's not. So we're going through another election. Now he's telling you to go vote early, vote by mail, vote by absentee ballot, vote, but yet the whole time in 2020 he told you not to do any of that and to go to the polls only. So which one is it? Like, it's, guys, wake up. He has lied to you over and over. Maybe you like his policies better. I'll give you that. But you've got to understand how dangerous he is and what a narcissist he is. And you can't put him back in the office. And this whole thing with Tim Walz's family, y'all have got to stop. If you think that's convincing anyone, that is his grandfather's brother's family. That means those are third cousins. You've been to a reunion where you even know your grandfather's brother's kids. I mean, these people don't know him, and it's ridiculous. I mean, nobody cares. You've got Trump's niece and nephew saying they're not supporting him and writing books about why he's so dangerous.
Wow.
So, it's and his own vice president. Can we say that enough? His own vice president's not supporting him.
Even Mike Pence doesn't support this guy. No. What a sad situation.
Along
these
with
Trump
all
supporters.
His secretaries of state, his chiefs of staff, his secretary of defenses, his generals, all of those people are not supporting him. All of them. And they're all Republicans. So if you think little Tim Walz's family, they can't even apostrophe their last name.
That's right. And Liz Cheney is endorsing him. I mean, Kamala.
Yeah,
she's endorsing Kamala now. It's over, MAGA.
Over, MAGA. Stop buying into the lies. You're going to lose again. Prepare yourself and stop looking for all the reasons why you lost.
Tell him, Shay.
It's just ridiculous. All right, my friend, I'll let you go. Thank
you,
everybody in the kingdom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay No Lies Detective. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it's a show of force, all right? And these are people that agree with Zeus on some of the most important issues, coming in and telling the truth. Hi, Miss Morningstar. How are you doing?
Hey, Zeus. Good morning. How are you?
I am all right. Nice to see you. All right.
Yeah, you as well. Always good to see my brother, Zeus.
Amen.
Holding it down
Exactly.
in the kingdom, fighting off these demons always.
There you go.
So,
I appreciate
Zeus,
it. Yes.
Man, so my sister Kitty came up here, and also I saw Jessica up here, and you guys touched on that Russian bot situation we got going on.
Yes.
Those indictments.
Yes.
So we're part of Straight Facts crew, and we did a little homework and a little research on this stuff. So it comes to find out there was like a map, a layout from these Russian, I would say, let's call them Russian bots. Some just call them Russian bots that wanted to infiltrate, wanted to cause ruckus in our democracy and wanted to influence our elections.
Right.
So they had a campaign plot, which they sent over to Mr. Poole and his team of people. And let me read something to you, Zeus. They talked about how U.S. political party A will be the Republican Party. And U.S. political party B, which will be the Democratic Party. And in this plot, they talked about how we should campaign, or how political party A should start campaigning towards, the American people, because things that were going on in our democracy was just not the American way. It was not good for the American people. So they convinced these people, which I think they were totally in on it, but they claim they didn't know anything about it. But that's another story. They had to deal with that. They knew. One of the things they sent was campaign topics. Now listen to this. They said, encroaching universal poverty, record inflation, halting of economic growth, unaffordable
Angie,
price for food and essential goods.
Wow.
That sound familiar?
That's everything they cry about all day. Did they mention eggs in there?
Food, eggs.
Angie, thank you for the subscription.
And then
Seriously.
they talked about the risk of job loss for white Americans.
There we go.
Check this out.
This is unprecedented.
People of color, perverts, and disabled.
Wow. It's so interesting that the truth has just came out like this. And it's like, wow, isn't that what we've been dealing with on TikTok
We've been
for
talking
years?
about this for years. 2016, we can go back And we know that these were these talking
They're
points
getting their
that
talking points from Russia.
they've been using for years. So this goes way back.
You Trump supporters, y'all have really done
This
something
goes way back.
disgusting.
I'm talking about, they even talked about the consistent, the
Wow.
constant lies of U.S. Political Party B
Wow.
administration about the real situations in the country.
Wow.
These are the talking points. So
I'm
they're
done.
feeding them all this, and it's more. I'm not gonna go through all of it because I know we short on time, but it's more.
Sick.
They were feeding them these lies so they can go and do these ads and promote this false narrative so that these maggots would soak it up, and they should be ashamed to MAGA-sexuals.
Wow.
Let me talk to y'all for a second.
Wow.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. You let Russia influence your brain and change you to turn against your own doggone country. How sad is that? You have been fighting a war, a war with a Cold War in your own country against your own people.
I can't believe
because you let Russia come in and influence our elections, and you let them set an idiot in the White House who had no knowledge of how government works. All that man had knowledge of was himself, and I. That's
I'm
it.
disappointed.
We know he's a narcissist. We know all of this. So now that this is all coming to the light, Zeus, it's all the puzzles, the pieces is coming together.
Wow.
we
And I've
see
always
exactly
suspected
what's
it.
going on.
I've always suspected it, Morningstar, but now we actually have the evidence
We got the
that
proof.
Snuggles and all of those other people, they are literally being fed Russian misinformation and disinformation, and they're running around on this app like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Oh my
And
goodness.
soaking it all up. And as you see, Snuggles still can't apologize.
You can't.
Because he's still sucked into the dark hole of Russia. And if you can't get out, I mean, I heard Ray is gone. Ray drunk like 10 bottles of the Kool-Aid, and he gone. He way
Right
gone.
before
He's
he ate
60.
those saltine crackers.
I don't know what else to do for Ray. Ray is one of those people that you just look at him and you, like you did, you laughed. You just laughed.
I couldn't take him serious.
He don't have
he's
no
mentally
no clue.
No, Ray, get help.
Ray,
Get
please,
help, Snuggles.
Seek some help. Do
Seriously.
something, Ray, or just be quiet and stay off TikTok. Stay off social media, Ray. And Lil, you're an old man and you don't know what you're talking about. You probably idolize Donald Trump. You guys are close in age. Probably have the same ideology. Probably the same type of person. Maybe you wanted to be like him and you just didn't quite make the cut. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Ray, go have several damn seats, please.
Tell him.
You old. You need to be a grandfather, great grandfather. Take care of your family, and just stay out of politics. Stay out. And Ray, let me give you one more word of advice. Please stay out of black folk business.
I would appreciate it too. All right, because he clearly don't care about black folks. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Quit playing. Don't play in our face. You ain't been no curves. You ain't sat on no corner. You ain't.
And he sure ain't
spent
sending no
dough.
gifts. He ain't sending no gifts on TikTok.
He sure ain't. So quit playing like ain't no future in your fronting. Cut it out.
Boom, like that. All right.
Ain't
When
no
you do
future
it like
in your fronting. Stay
ain't no
out of our
future in the
business.
front. Ooh, that's nice.
You ain't worried about our people. You ain't worried about our folks. We got each other. We good.
Thank you.
We
and
good.
That's what they need to understand. All right.
Understand
all right, my
it.
sister. All right.
But yeah, so I just wanted to come up here, and it's more I can say.
Thank you,
but
Evan.
y'all need to do some research. Y'all need to look at that. That's some heavy stuff that just dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
And stuff we knew about, but now we can confirm it on paper. Get your documents in order. Know what you're talking about in these TikTok streets.
Amen.
And y'all keep it trill, okay?
All right, we gonna keep it trill out here, ladies
Keep
and
it
gentlemen.
trill.
Let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Morningstar, No Lies Detected. Oh my! All right, you two. All right, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached that point in the show where Zeus must depart. All right, I was supposed to stay until 8:30, but listen, we went 12 minutes over. But sometimes you got to do that. I want to give you all a round of applause for being a part of this exciting, entertaining, and engaging show. Thank you to the moderators, subscribers, gifters, and the panelists. You truly do make it possible, but not to the panelists that get up here and lie. You got to get some work done, all right? You know what else we got to do? We got to give our last round of booze and shame to all of the Zeus haters out there. And these are not just my haters. These are also your haters, all right? No, Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom, I am not afraid of you. I just get tired of having to talk to you and see your face, all right? Because it's really not a pleasant thing to look at, all right? But if you got some real truth to talk about, I'm more than willing to entertain you, all right? But like I said, he's a Zeus hater as well. All right, so we're going to give our last round of booze and shame to these Zeus haters because they get on TikTok day in and day out and they spread misinformation and disinformation on, guess what? On behalf of who? Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. They promote evil, misogyny, bigotry, xenophobia, misogyny, hatred, corruption, crime, all kinds of just nasty behavior on behalf of Donald J. Trump. All right, the orange clown. All right. Join me in giving these folks our final round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence, you macadamia.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. What a show. And I really am the most handsome. Have a great morning, ladies and gentlemen. Get out there and give them hell.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm
Have a great rest of your morning, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all.
Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like
Lisa, all right, I'll see you. Rosa, thank you.
Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus.
Goodbye.
Call me Zeus. I'm higher than the eagle, ain't got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me.
Thank you, PA. All right. You enjoyed the show?
I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick.
We strive to do our best, all right, seriously. I love you all. Clean sleep. Have a safe flight, all right? I didn't know you paid that money to get to watch me, but that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, grab your boots.
Rosa, all right, thank
Mama,
you.
let me play with your caboose.
I know the ladies
love me cause I'm sweet
like a tooth. Jeffrey Johnson, I see you, Jeff. Aaron, thank you.
Try to be patient, but
And Angel, thank you. Zigzag. Lady Rima,
I'm the one that
thank you, thank you,
I'm
thank
so
you.
handsome.
That's why they call me Zeus. This morning star. Thank you, everyone. Seriously, get out there and vote. Spread the truth so that Americans all over the world know, all over the country, I should say, know the truth before they go and vote. Seriously. Kamala Harris, keep up the great work. All right, Angel. Wow, thank you, Angel. What an impressive gift. We're making it work on the backup, right? That's pretty impressive. We got a good show today, I would say. Your Majesty, I've cooked you so many times, and now you're afraid to actually come talk to me. No. Stay positive. Keep up the great work, Jazzy Jazzy. I don't know if you're here, but I know you're around. All right. Miss Cam, I see ya. Rio. Karma, I see ya. All gas, no brakes, Barbara, straight backs, ready. And 75 Corvette, Sticky Fingers, my man. My man, Heaven VIP, it's over, MAGA. It really is. Guess who's in court today? Jack Smith. You know he's not playing, huh? Where's Jack Smith been? He's been getting a secret grand jury to re-indict Donald Trump. Thank you, Ann.
Like Zeus, thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Insane asylum.
Oh yeah, Kimmy, I hope you've learned something today. You've been fed a lot of misinformation and disinformation from Russia. It's really time for you Trump supporters to stop that. Queen Flea, are you a Trump hater? I'm a Trump hater too.
Insane asylum.
Hey, you know what it is?
Jack Smith. Insane asylum. Jack Smith. Jack Smith. Insane asylum. Jack Smith. Jack Smith. Deranged. Jack Smith. Insane asylum. I wonder how they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter. Jack Smith. I've named him Deranged Jack Smith. I wonder what his name used to be. Jack Smith. It sounds so innocent, doesn't it? Jack Smith. What's his name? Jack Smith. He's a behind-the-scenes guy, but his record is absolutely atrocious.
We were a respected country. Now the whole world laughs at us. We're a bunch of foolish people to have allowed this to happen. But you don't mind if I go off teleprompter. The stock market is only up because they think I'm going to win. And if we don't win, according to many people, including one of the greatest Wall Street prognosticators, Scott Bessent. Has anyone heard of him? One of the most brilliant guys on Wall Street. Who is he? If I don't win, you will have a 1929 style depression. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it, Meg. I'm out of here.
I believe.